So, looking at trying to find a quantum effect on a square deal, and I like to call a title, aka I used to call I call Robert Strauss, call him Norangelo, and I call him Robert Pasquale. Anyway, just because, and on that alone, and I feel like he has a long line. Prenny is his mother's name, and Elijah is his father's name, and he's the boy is the cutest boy I've ever seen in my life. And anyway, in any case, because man, you know what I mean, and I like to address that. I just like to address that because the longest that Prenny and Elijah, they are. First of all, Elijah was brown. He's a full tan coat. He's a full rust. All due respect on that. And on that, and he was close to his father too. He was close to his dad. And wait a minute now. Stop the presses, and someone's going to choke me through the screen or whatnot. And I'm trying to.
2 days ago.
You don't apply that. He's talking about second longest of bearing her husband. Husbandry. Not husbandry. The screen, the fitness of the whole thing of it is just the fiddle. That whole thing is applicatory. Like this like in Sacramento say, hey, you know what? Hands down, glad, here we go. Just like Undercover Boss talking about, hey, all of a sudden, Burger King's our services aren't great. I'm like, yeah, I can't be like that. Oh, that's great. And so.
I want to get to solution. The shutdown, I posited to you, is a lousy mechanism to get your wall and your money.
No, the whole thing of it is, I'll let this tape. Now, I said it on Robert. I said, okay, from a non-judgment, they say, the whole thing is, I'd have to say is that 31s. It doesn't really matter. I mean, you call it what you want. It's like, that's it. And that's what it. And that's all I want to hear as a native. Beady little eyes, right? And you're like, okay, yeah, a little wake up, and like, okay. So what else is there? 31 on it. What you want? Oh, yeah, you're a native. You have a native voice, and you're like, and Strand Walter, even if they're good, and even though, hey, yeah, I have a chocolate myself, so all good. And no problem with that. Let's be clear. And then, in reciprocating order of your old homies or whatever, of how you reflect yourself. And or current. And what do you call it? So with that whole idea, I'm gonna kick you down. I'm gonna kick you in the face. I'm gonna do this, and we're gonna have butt dogs against you. Well, you do all that. Okay, well, I take my face here. I'll take it out and bring it to the 4-star. Run that motherfucker off the cliff. And my dog's on a leash and walk down to the nearest restroom and just chill there, or not. Because I might keep that 4-star and run off another kind of cliff that I don't really give a shit more about. And that's basically how I do that. On 31s along of Rosenberg and Rel. So, you can convert that any way you want, and you can configure it into isotopes of your whole new nature of education is, and take that equation and solve it like that, and see what you get is what you get, and that's basically what it is. And that is basically what it is we have to have a steady hand, and that's okay. Done, okay. And you just slip that in, and I was like, okay, just like, zzz. just like that, how fast that goes. And so, that's just basically how fast that goes. The same as that goes. It's like, oh, no. Let's get like a mental angle on here. Hold on. Let's get the looks on. We ain't got, you don't look nothing like it's true. That's true, and that's true too. And that's exactly true, right? Yeah. We don't need you. Just like 7-Eleven, what do you call it? Oh, excuse me. Sure, yeah. Sure, yeah. What she said. That's what she said. And that's all there now. You know what I'm saying? And then you let them tell you to TV, and then you're saying, and then you still say, well, hold on. You know, there's say anything you got to control, whatnot. And that's it. And Cuomo's hosting, and you like to get at different angles. If you're willing to be moved, then you're willing to be moved, then you're willing to have a new position on an opinion on something, which is what news is for, whatnot, and what news is for, and what it is, and that's the whole thing. And it's like, you take that spin, you don't even put a spin on it, you deadlock it, and you keep it right there. And you say, okay, well, what is it? Okay, you might as well just go ahead and spin off it. And you deadlock it, you calibrate it, and you say, how makes sense of that? You take the periscopes involved, you say, oh, you know what, it makes sense of that. Because it's the face value. It's like when you watch Netflix, when you watch Hulu, when you watch Roku, you want to see your face up on the screen for some odd reason, or your personality, or your character, or like this person up here probably wants to see her face on like The View or something like that, or General Hospital, right? Whoever like that. It's something to that effect, of that nature, of saying, okay, well, if I can be represented here on Undercover Boss, or I can be represented on Qualify, then I can be represented in my city as well. And so, with that, you say, periscopes and all, and, you take it in and you say, oh, okay, well, here, put an applicatory on the so-called Planned Parenthood abort, whatever you call it, right? Basis of sex, sexual harassment, working racism. Let's see, okay, and then the water valve stopped, Pearson, and then looks like they're on the things or something like that, you know what I'm saying? Looks like it was like top secret on the things, so, it's like, okay. So, you say, oh, that was it. See how they chase you on the fight? See how the one on one side chases you on the 5G and says, oh, okay, well, that's great. There's your returns right there. There's part of your returns. I was like, oh, I can feel that. You know what I mean? And you say, oh, with that interjection of Periscope, interjection Tempest, how did that affect your thought? I'm like, well, you still get a negative person, and you still have a negative person asking you want to buy nuggets or whatnot and stuff like that and all this other stuff, or something like that, or somebody else says, hey, you think this is a better idea for you or whatnot, and just turn you basically against yourself. Well, you can just be chilling and something like that, and like, man, that is a rip-off, and it insists at the same time.